welcome in to another edition of Ted Talks here as we prepare for another game. This time we're going on the road. We'll be going to Gleason after the close game last week, homecoming right here in Humboldt. Humboldt fell to Halls 10-8. And, Coach, that game stings, and, it kind of brings back those memories of the 7-6 game. You felt that sting before, and we don't like it, do we?
No, we don't like that sting, man. It's we're a 2-point conversion away from being tied, and be honest with you, we fumble away from winning the game.
Yeah, 3 fumbles in last week's contest. How do you coach that? Obviously, you teach them protecting the ball, and you're coaching those that are here at practice. But what was the message this week on fumbles?
The message is, finishing it. Be honest with you, the message has been all year is accountability.
Yes, sir.
How could you let someone skip practice, and then show up on Thursday and play Friday? And you as a player allow that. I didn't when I played, and one thing I asked them today, I have yet to hear one of y'all tell those guys to go home.
Yeah,
you wasn't here.
Yeah, well, you're wanting that student leadership to step in because obviously you've been saying it. You're walking the halls and you're seeing those kids that are AWOL. So we have kids that are just showing up to Friday now, right?
Yeah, well, they'll show up on Thursday. Okay. They'll show up Wednesday. Some will show up Wednesday, some show up Thursday, and then the majority of them show up on Friday and want to play.
Yeah.
And last week we had a senior that did that. Told his mother he was going to work every day. He wasn't going to work or come to practice and lost his job. So he's not playing. He's not playing anymore because you're not going to allow on the team to say you're out here in practice and you're supposed to be in practice. I can't tell a parent in good confidence that he needs to come back and play.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I understand.
He lied to his parent and he lied to the team. So
yeah, that's tough. It seemed like getting in some good reps today. Obviously, we're desperate for that win. And at this point, you're not really even thinking playoffs 100% as you're thinking about those seniors that are on the field.
Right.
That would be a tough way to end their career, wouldn't it?
Right. This is something I've never been through in my life. Not hadn't won a game yet. Of course, I'm from where I'm from. We win ball games, but we come to practice too.
That's right.
Come to practice. I probably 16 years of coaching. I probably had 2 or 3 guys skip practice.
Wow.
60 years of coaching and where I'm from, but it's not the case here.
Yeah.
And that's something that's got to be reiterated. It's got to be drilled through their head. You got to practice. I asked them today, when you're here at practice, how many reps do you get when you're at practice? And they're like, probably 100 reps. Okay. If you skip 4 days, how many reps have you missed a week? 400 reps. That matters.
Yeah, it does.
It matters.
Start showing up. What do you credit those fumbles to Friday night? A lot of it I saw where balls were being held away from their body.
Yeah, not high and tight in the ball. That's it. Not high and tight in the ball. And then some guys, we didn't have a good, quarterback running back exchange because they had the wrong pocket down. So you gotta open up your elbow. That's according to the quarterback where you're getting the ball, the side you're getting the ball. So and guys just weren't doing it. We take so many reps of that in practice and get in the game, and when the lights come on, they're nervous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we expect for you to get it done. You got to get it done.
Gleason is a team that everybody used to invite for homecoming. However, this year they've really been playing good, decent football. Yeah. It's another division game. Obviously, you're looking at film here. What do you expect to see Friday night? You're going to their house.
Well, they do well getting the ball out on the perimeter and using their speed, using their athletes. So we got to do well with guarding that, and we've had trouble with it this year. So, and they know we've had trouble with it. I'm pretty sure they have every film that we've had. Yeah. Every game that we played. So we just got to. That's what we're working on in practice today, trying to work on our perimeter defense. And working on the defensive line and feeling when somebody's inviting you to rush, and so they can throw the screen so the lineman can get out and help block. You got to retrace your steps and get out and help. So
you talk about that perimeter defense. What does it mean to this defense to possibly be getting another player back this week? I know he's been out a little bit.
We need him.
Yeah,
we need him because he's at practice. The guy's been out with a concussion, but he's still been coming to practice.
Yeah,
but he can't do anything. But we're getting him back. Today was his first day back in pads, so we're excited to get him back.
And he's been at every game that he can. He's standing on the sideline. You can tell he's itching, man. Yeah. He's wanting to get in.
That's one of those things, man. You never know how much you miss it till it's taken away from you.
Yeah. Well, we called his name quite a bit when he was in the game, and I knew when he went down that night up at Dresden, I told the guys before we left, I said, man, we're going to feel that one for a while. And it'll be good to get him back for the last 3 games. You've got Gleason, then you have an off week, and then you have Union City, one more home game. Union City here at home. And then we take that long drive to the Kentucky border.
Yeah, on a Thursday night.
Yeah, got a school the next day.
Well, that's something, TSSAA, they have a shortage of referees. So
yes, sir.
Every team's got to play a Thursday night game during the season. I just wish that, we get a chance to choose that. I'm gonna try to, the next time we redo the regions and everything, I'm going to try to choose my Thursday night game.
Okay.
So that's something that I'll talk to Mr. Yarbrough about a couple of conversation about that, so we can choose our Thursday night game.
Sure. Obviously, you're not a senior-heavy team, but you do have some seniors here you're wanting to get that win for. And is that a message that you say to the team, or is that just something you're telling?
Absolutely, it's a message I say to the team. I mean, because they're going to be seniors one day.
That's right.
If you're not a senior right now, you're going to be a senior one day if you continue to play.
Yeah.
And you want somebody to fight and work hard for you. So
yeah.
It's time for them to get that to the seniors.
And if anything, those seniors ought to be the ones, too, chirping in the hallways for sure about these kids that quit on them, man.
Yeah, they should be. And I'm telling the juniors this year, man, you don't have to wait till your senior year to lead. You should start your leadership now because, if you wait till your senior year to lead, they're not used to you leading, and they're not going to follow your leadership. Yeah. If you're a leader, that's what you do. You show up and you lead. I tell the kids anyway, regardless if you see yourself as a leader, everyone leads. It just depends on if you're leading people the right way or the wrong way.
It's true.
You're still going to lead.
That's true. That is so true. Well, you got a junior in Stephon Shivers that you used a little bit differently this last week, as I saw it in pregame warm-ups, and I told the young man sitting next to me, Alex, I said, I expect it to be short yardage situations. We get into like a 3rd and 1 or whatever. They're going to put Shivers back there at halfback. I saw him taking some handoffs. Has that something that's kind of been in the works since the beginning of the season, or was that something you just kind of came up with last week to try?
It hadn't been in works. I'm not going to lie and say it's been in works at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
We've been trying to get that guy to play, his best football up front because it's what he's going to do in college.
That's right.
And it's just something, we've been struggling with getting yards on 3rd down.
Yes.
And you put somebody back there with his size and speed, you're going to get a yard 3rd down.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we came up with it. Matter of fact, I think it was Wednesday last week. My first day back I was sick last week. I don't know if people know I had COVID last week, so I wasn't at practice. Wasn't at practice until Wednesday.
Yeah.
So when I come back to practice, I was like, we need somebody to get a 3rd down for us. So put Trill in the backfield.
All right.
That's basically how it happened.
And he sure made it happen plenty of times through the game. And, as the weather gets colder, they're not really going to want to tackle him.
No, they're not. They ain't want to tackle him the other night. They did a good job on a 4th down stop on him.
Yes.
It just happened sometime. I don't think Stephon saw the kid coming.
Yeah.
And he hit him in his ankles, and he lost his balance and fell. So other than that, he would have kept running. So
yeah, and the fumble, he's done a pretty good job mentally overcoming that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him, man, you may fumble the ball. Like, Coach, I'm not gonna fumble. You may fumble. You're not used to carrying the ball. It's different.
Yeah.
And especially if you've always been blocking.
Yeah.
And now you're carrying the ball. It's different.
Sure.
It's different. You're not used to feeling that ball in your hand, so. And you don't know how it's going to feel when somebody's tugging on your arms and stuff like that. So you got to tuck it away.
That's right.
I told him, man, 2 hands on the ball in traffic or high and tight the ball.
Yeah.
And that's how we take care of the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Valuable lesson learned for a young man that has plenty of football straight ahead of him. Obviously, as you said, coaches are looking at him offense and defensive line more than likely. But he's getting to experience a little fun on Friday nights, and that video is going viral for sure. That 65-yard touchdown is kind of becoming the Facebook frenzy right now. So a lot of exciting things there. We look forward to getting to talk to Stephon as him kind of doing some different things has put him back in this interview session again. So we will be having Stephon here pretty soon. Coach, looking defensively, what are you going to have to do against Gleason? I know you said offensively they're going to be looking at that perimeter. What about the defense?
Their defense, man, I firmly believe we can run the ball at them.
Okay.
But, we've got to make sure we communicate up front of who to block and when to block them and get it done.
Yeah.
So, We just need to protect the ball. It's been all season has been about us working on us. If we do things right, I mean, we'll be successful. But man, in critical moments, man, we just don't get it done right.
Yeah.
Critical moments, somebody's out of position, and it seems like they call the exact play.
Yeah.
Like really, or we're going in to drive to score. We got the momentum and we fumble.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that the other night.
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot.
We had the momentum. I mean, and we're about to go in and score again when we fumble.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. You can't keep overcoming that. You don't win ball games fumbling the ball that many times normally. And, man, when it started going that way, it did seem like we did much better snapping the ball. That was kind of our nemesis the first few weeks, but that's kind of been erased. I would hope, that's getting better, on a normal there.
It's evidence we're working on something, right?
That's right. That's right. And I know you told John that you had y'all been doing that under center. It felt like a lot more last week, but it must not have been just, from viewing it up top. And it works. I mean, it really does. It works. And I know you've had to make a change at center and that kind of thing. You're making the right adjustments. We want to get that win this Friday night. You're going all the way down to Gleason and to get that win. What would that mean to this team? I mean, do you think that would start bringing those other kids back to practice, or you think that's probably just a ship that sailed?
I don't know. I mean, be honest with you, I don't know if they deserve to come back. I mean, you don't quit on your teammates when you're down. I mean, my thing about it is I'm a man coaching young men.
Yes.
And through adversity, we have to go through that. We're going to go through it in life.
That's right.
So when we quit in life, who are we quitting on?
Yeah.
We're quitting on our children and on our family. And that's one thing that I'm teaching them through this game of football. We're in the storm.
That's right.
All right, the only way you get out of the storm, you keep going to get out of the storm.
That's right.
You have to work while you're in the storm, and then, of course, it takes some divine intervention, but at the same time, you don't quit. You quit. When you quit, it's time to die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these guys got to understand that we don't, amongst all things, I'm going to look at the camera.
Yes, sir.
You don't quit.
That's right.
You'll never accomplish anything if you quit.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's hard for coaches, too. And I mean, like I told the guys the other day, this is my third season. I've been offered 3 jobs since I've been here.
Yeah.
Head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
Where am I at?
Yeah. Sure.
And they was like, well, you love what you do. I could love what I'm doing somewhere else.
That's right.
But at the same time, God has placed me here.
Right.
And, I mean, as long as he's telling me, get up and go do my job, go coach my kids, I have to do it.
That's right.
But at the same time, they got to show up to be coached.
Yes.
I'm not just teaching football here. I'm teaching life lessons here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and of course, everybody know where I coach at. We're in Humboldt.
Yes, sir.
And we've had some unfortunate things happen in the neighborhood in Humboldt, and young people are dying.
Yes, they are.
I don't want to see that.
No.
I don't want to see that. I mean, I don't have to be kin to you to care about you.
That's right.
And that's my job. That's what I've been tasked to do. And everybody's looking at wins and losses. All right, I don't want them to die one day. So I'm teaching them to work through a tough situation.
Yes, sir.
So if you have a chance to encourage one of our young men about not quitting, instead of talking about, what we're doing in football, instead of about downing what we're doing in football, encourage them to be coachable.
Yes.
Encourage them to kind of practice, keep going.
That's right. That's right.
Don't miss your chance as an adult to help raise a child.
That's exactly right. So important, and the community plays a big part in that, and the fans and the support here is invaluable for sure. Let's talk a little easier questions before we wrap up today. What are the pros and cons of the wristbands? Like where the no-huddle offense.
The wristband is, for instance, we can say yellow 5.
Yeah.
And quarterback can look at yellow 5 and it tells them what play to run.
Yeah. Humboldt's never ran that before. What do you think stops us from doing that?
I mean, what stops us from doing is having the money to buy the wristbands.
Okay. There we go. I figured that was going to be the case. I just wanted to hear that.
I mean, those wristbands are about $20 a wristband. So they're not cheap. So we've got to have the money to buy the wristbands. I mean, that's coming. I mean, what I can say is, I mean, the support that we got during homecoming was monumental.
Oh, unreal support.
I mean, the class of 81 and the rest of the classes that showed up that supported us for homecoming, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, that was great. That was greatly needed.
How was the fundraiser on Saturday? I was out of town.
It was awesome.
Good.
It was awesome. I mean, from the time I was here, which I stayed here, I got here around 11 o'clock, and I ended up going home around 6.
Yeah.
I stayed and helped the guys load the grills and everything,
Sure.
pour the charcoal out and everything. But I mean, there were people coming and going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
And, I was telling the class 81, some of the representatives of class 81, I have never experienced a homecoming like that. And it's like, you crazy. You from Milan. We don't do this at homecoming in Milan. I'm telling you, there's not a tailgate. There's not that many people. There's not that many people that come home for homecoming games in Milan. We don't do that in Milan. Football games are normally like that in Milan.
Yeah.
But the tailgating, the grills going, the music playing, everybody celebrating.
It was awesome.
And seeing their old classmates, we don't do that in Milan. That experience right there was awesome.
That is fantastic. One more easy question here. They're making progress on your field house. Let's give a little update. Where are we at with that?
Well, I mean, I took the guys in there just a minute ago.
Good.
I hope I don't get in trouble for it. But, but from work, the double doors, when we walk in the double doors, I mean, they can see all the way back to the back wall, which means that's going to be turfed.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to run plays in there and work out in there, really get a full workout in there.
Yes.
And they saw, how everything's getting renovated. I say it'll be done probably before we go home for Christmas. Everything will be done.
Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. I knew we said we probably wouldn't get to play any games as far as in there this year, but you're always just looking ahead to the next season as well. So I wanted to kind of give that update because I noticed it does look like the hole is patched up, and we're making progress there as well. Yeah. Well, good luck Friday night, Coach. Appreciate your time.
All right.
Hi, I'm Seth Wilkerson, co-founder of Viking News on Demand. Since our launch in 2020, we have been committed to delivering comprehensive coverage on Humboldt City schools and athletics. From thrilling athletic games to exciting college signings and big school events, we have it all covered for you right here on Viking News on Demand. Join us every Thursday night for TED Talks with Coach Teddy Pettigrew at 7 p.m. and every Friday night for high school football under the bright lights. Our pregame show begins 30 minutes before kickoff every Friday night. Our goal is to spread the word about the positive things happening in the city of Humboldt and its schools. So tune in and stay informed with Viking News on Demand. Thank you for your faithful support, and go Vikings!